Hi, lovely. So we are a little bit late because there's some technical problems. So we think we fixed that now. Hello and welcome. Every week, my name is Amy. This is my lovely mother, Claire. Every week we are live on my Facebook talking about the different ways that you can actually work with your angels. You can get to know your angels, communicate with your angels, call them in and ask for their assistance for healing and manifestation purposes. So do you know what you're doing there, mother? First of all,
I am a technological genius. I'm a sharing too.
So do let us know if you're watching this or later. You're sharing it to your page.
It doesn't say my page, just share now public.
Yeah, right. So we will get there one day, people. We actually will. So today we're going to be talking about how the angels communicate with us through sound, and I am going to be doing, there you go, Claire Lost in Medium shared. So yeah, I am going to be doing a little bit of light language today because I haven't done that on the last few ones. So just while people are hopping on, I'm just going to say a little bit about what I do. I'm just going to keep it short. So, and what I've got going on at the moment. So mostly at the minute, I teach people and activate them how to work with light language. Hi, Susan. Hi, computers for the scared. Well, the thing is, hi, Deborah. So the thing is, my mum is, I'm not gonna say anything.
What? Say it. What? A computer genius.
Somewhat resistant to the world of technology.
It's not true, it just resists me.
No, that's not it. Like, we have this same conversation every single time and we don't seem to get anywhere with it.
I shared that.
You did.
Found your page and everything. I'm getting there.
8 years now we've been having the same conversation about what we're sharing and where the page is and how to create a post. So that's all I'm going to say.
I'm getting there.
So let us know in the comments below if you're watching. Leave us a little heart or something. Like if you're watching later on to say that you've watched it. Hello, welcome. Whilst people are hopping on, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what it is that I'm doing at the moment. So at the moment, I'm not in the process of creating it. Hi Jeanette, how are you? So at the minute I've got this amazing space if you do feel called to anything that I've talked about today, and it's called the Light Language Training Academy. It's for both beginners that are new to channeling light language, and it's also for more advanced channelers. There's a fair number of both in the same space. And yeah, if you are called to it, I'm going to leave the link below. There's absolutely loads in there on the way of learning to work with light language, how to use it. And we have 2 group calls a month. There's loads of different modules and things to work through. There's quantum healing journeys. There's connecting with your guides, with your angels. Coming up, there's going to be how to use it for manifestational purposes. How to direct the energy and send it into what it is that you want to call into your life. So it's an ongoing space. At the moment, it's only £22.22 per month. It's not going to stay that much for long because there's absolutely tons of content that's going to be added to it, and it's growing and growing over time. So that is what I've got going on at the moment. So Mum, if you can say what you've got going on whilst I'm still just sharing. Keep it short and sweet and concise.
I'm trying. Like you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I am an angel medium, which is no different from any other medium, except that the emphasis is on healing. So I do readings. If anyone wants to book in a reading, I'm free. Lots of spaces for readings this week. So that can be any time of day and the weekends, just give us a ring. Also, the weekend after next, is it the 24th and 25th?
23rd, 24th, 25th.
we've got Angelic Reiki attunements. So anybody who feels called to have attunements into Angelic Reiki, which is incredibly powerful, that's for Reiki level 1 and 2. And it's a practitioner level. It goes over the whole weekend, so Friday evening, Saturday and Sunday. But after that, you are able to go ahead and have your own clients, so you are fully attuned.
It's in person only, because I know a lot of people ask us about this. It's not an online space. It is in person only, because it's only meant to be done in person, Angelic Reiki.
Yeah. Also, I am doing workshops.
Hi, Selena. It's good to see you.
Where I'm teaching tarot. So there's lots of card readers. Anyone who's interested in learning how to read the original tarot cards, I'm doing that online. I'm also doing that anytime, basically. You can do it over a period of 6 weeks. You can do it in 2 days if you want to. But there is an actual workshop coming up in March. I think it's the 18th and 19th. It's at the weekend. Mid-March. I need to check the dates now. I've forgotten the dates. Sure, it's the 18th and 19th of March. So that goes Saturday, Sunday, and that's learning basically how to read the cards over that weekend. So there's a lot going on with us, isn't there, Amy? So
yeah, there always is lots of exciting stuff coming.
I'm also, if anybody did want to book in for a reading, I am at Middleton Masonic there for the weekend of the 9th and 10th of March. That's right. Yeah. 9th and 10th of March. So yeah, that's what's happening with us.
Yay. Okay. How's everyone doing? Has anyone got any questions about the angels that they would like to know in the comments below? Because we're more than happy to answer them for you.
Absolutely.
No, I'm not. I'm just seeing if you've got the card there. So Selena is from the US. I've not seen her for ages, so I'm just getting excited about seeing
lovely.
Selena there. Hi, Selena. Okay. Right, so we're going to talk a little bit. So we're going to talk a little bit today. I never know what we're going to talk about. Not even like, we don't even plan these, do we? It's just like, we're going to absolutely wing it.
Yeah.
So if you're someone that gets scared about going live, and you're someone that wants to go live, and you think that you have to be all organised, the best live streams are the ones that you're not even organised, you don't even know what's going to talk about, and you just like, sort of like give it up to the angels, and you're like, angels, can you tell me what to say? Because like, we don't know what we're going to say, like literally don't know what's going to happen, so it's a surprise.
So we'll wait until things come into our mind, and something just did as normal with me. So
go on then, you start if something's coming to your mind.
So for what came into my mind was very often, you know, people do, it's not uncommon to see spirit. You know, it's not as rare as people think for people to experience family members who have passed, or to just randomly see spirit. You know, it's been reported, it's quite a common phenomenon, if you like. Seeing an angel is actually slightly less common, because, you know, I've said this over the years, how come I can see spirit so clearly? But it's very rare that I see an angel. When I'm talking about this, I'm talking about a spirit appearance, as in Amy's sat there. So it's a physical. It's not in the mind. It's not mental mediumship. I'm talking about a spirit there next to me. So that's quite common with me, but it's not as common for me to see an angel. And I always asked them. I asked them recently, why was that? Why do I seem to not have difficulty? But I just feel like it's different. And the answer I got back was because it's coming from a different realm, if you like. It's coming from a higher realm. So the vibrations are different from the spirit world. So the way the angels are, quite often, they can appear physically, they can, but it's quite rare. When we're teaching about the angels, people, you know, when we talk about our guardian angels, they expect the guardian angel, when they want to communicate with them, to suddenly appear next to them and then get disappointed when they didn't. But many ways that you will see angels will show themselves very often through light or through orbs, but more often, because spirit can come through orbs, but more often they show themselves through flashes of light. So we've both experienced this. But also through, I've seen a fireball that came through as a fireball once. But more often it's like twinkling lights. different colours,
Yeah,
twinkling lights, or really like a bolt of lightning, which I have experienced in the bedroom. And I thought, whoa.
Yeah.
But such an amazing feeling comes around them as well. And like I said before, the reason it's not as easy to see them is because our vibrations are not as high as theirs. They have to lower their vibration for us to see them. And so does spirit, actually. But it's easier for spirit to reach us than it is for angels to. So, but they can communicate, which is what we want to talk about today, in so many different ways, so many. So it's easy to miss when an angel's communicating. So we don't want to go, I mean, we could just do a list, but many people know these ways, you know, through it, lots of people know about the angel numbers. Not everybody does, but as in synchronicities, 11, 11, 33, 33, and repeated synchronicities. But the angels will speak in the most incredible, amazing ways. They will speak through media, through the television, through your radio. They will start to mirror things that you're thinking about, and you think, oh, that's odd. But once they've got your attention, they will then they'll do it more and more and more.
I want to just answer these first of all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so just like on the back of what my mum was saying there. So our world is made up of light and sound. So this is how the angels are able to speak to us. Okay, so Jeanette, I always experienced past loved ones in dreams.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the easiest way for the spirit and the angels to communicate with us, because it's in the state of obviously like when we're most surrendered. So you can set the intention before you go into your dream state. I would like to receive information on this, okay? I would like to connect with my past loved ones. I would like to connect with spirit. I always get my cat Ziggy. So me and my cat had a really close connection. And he always comes to me in my dreams, and it's like really clear. And what it kind of feels like, and I've had loads of different, you know, past loved ones as well. It feels like, for me, it's like a projection. Like it's as if they're projecting themselves. It's like I'm having this dream, dreaming whatever, and then all of a sudden it'll be hi, and it'll be like, oh, hi, and it's like they're not even passed. It's like they're really there. Do you know what I mean? And it's like I forget that they've passed and all that, and that's what it's like. It's like, here I am type thing. Do you get that as well?
Absolutely. Spirit will come into dreams, angels will come into dreams. When, I don't know if anyone's ever experienced this, and I still do it occasionally, but I went through a period of experiencing really bad nightmares. To the point where you'd think, oh, I feel like somebody is actually torturing me, because they're giving me memories of my loved ones when they were dying, and you wake up and you're reliving it all over again. And I've come to realise now it is my guardian angels showing me the things that I still haven't healed from. I fully understand it now. Those nightmares and those strange dreams are messages from your angel that you need to heal from this. So it's not that they're tormenting us. It's just there's something in there that's still causing you trauma, and you need to heal from it. Now, something that happened to me quite a while ago is when I discovered that one of the magic numbers that my guardian angel likes to use is number 3. So I made, as Amy said, you can set the intention before you go to sleep to have an experience with the angels or with spirit, or just communicate with me. So I did this, and I asked them, so that I know it is an angelic dream with an angelic message, please can you somewhere put the number 3 in? And I don't know if anyone's experienced it when you wished you hadn't asked. Because then the games really started, because I do believe that angels do like to play as well. They'll find every way they possibly can to come into your life. And the way mine turned up in the dreams was I started to notice, because I expected to see a number 3, and let's say I'd be in a room, suddenly there would be 3 doors side by side. There would be 3 cups, and even more bizarrely, I'd be talking and suddenly I'd have 3 fingers, and that was it. And even worse, I looked down one day and I had 3 toes on each foot, and in the dream I was absolutely freaked. freaked. I also had 3 arms, as in one arm was coming out of my forehead, which was obviously
night.
They were nightmares. But also when I got up, you know, when I woke up, I'm like, there'd be other things in the dream, but there'd be this weird, bizarre thing with 3 going on in the end. So it can be, and also I was looking at somebody and they appeared, like 3 of them, and then there was 3 of me. So then I realised, oh, it's an angelic dream. I need to analyse this. So I'd get up in the morning and I'd say, well, thanks for that. Bit scary, but thanks. But now I've learned to laugh and think, God, you know, thank you so much for giving me those things. So, but I've learned that my guardian angel is very creative, and also likes to shock and has a really good sense of humour, because they're all different, but mine has an amazing sense of humour. So do I, actually, but he obviously thinks, right, this is one way, well, I'll get her this time, I'll freak her out. She's going to take notice of my message, definitely. So one day, it was a while back now, but I wanted to manifest money, you know, and I'd asked, please, can you show me a way in a dream where, you know, just confirmation that I'm not always going to be poor. This was a few years ago.
Yeah, but we're not poor though, are we, Mother?
No, but, well, no, not poor.
The mindset of...
Wherever it was, where I was at
that point in time.
At that point in time, I just felt that I needed some more money. But at the same time, I felt like I was connecting with my dad. And I said, you know, I miss my dad. So this particular night, I fell asleep and suddenly my dad appeared. And my dreams, when I'm dreaming of spirit, there's always a barrier somewhere in the dream between me and the spirit. So in this particular one, my dad he ran with my mum a social club, Catholic social club it was. So he was always behind the bar. He's Irish, you know, he is Irish, so he liked the odd whiskey. So one of my fond memories is of him propped up on the bar. So in the dream, this was the barrier. I was one side, I could never quite reach them, and he was on the other. So I was delighted to see him, and as Amy says, the dreams are always so real, you feel that you are actually there, which we are there together in spirit, but we cannot cross that barrier. So on the bar, he placed 3 separate articles. One was a purse, one was 3 coins, and the other one was a lottery ticket. My dad, one of the last words that my dad said to me was, keep going with that lottery, Claire, we'll get there one day. And that was practically the last words he said to me. Then he had a heart attack a couple of weeks later. But I was so happy, and then I woke up and I thought, oh my God, I was definitely with my dad, his sense of humour was there. And then I thought, well, hang on a minute, how many 3s were actually in that dream? So I counted. Actually, I forgot to mention there was 3 bar stools on which I was propped up on one. So there were 3 3s. There was 3 coins, 3 articles, and 3 stools. I thought that's definitely an angel dream. So the message there was, keep going with the money, you'll be fine, stop worrying, and your dad's looking after you. So this was a very clear angelic communication and spirit communication. So we're talking there about dreams, and the other ways we've mentioned is angels will appear through light. But there are, and social media, they can appear on the television, and they can speak to you through other people. They can answer, you know, you're walking along, somebody starts up a conversation, and suddenly before you know it, they've given you advice and answered your question that you were worrying about. So I've been outside and spoken to a stranger and turned around and that stranger was gone.
Yeah, like I've heard this one like
absolutely
a few times.
Nowhere to be seen. And the bizarre thing, that was definitely...
Earth angel.
It was an angel. But the bizarre thing is, earth angels as in people who live on the earth now, but when I rethought about it, is the eyes are always different. For me, the eyes are always deep. And that is definitely angelic communication. But literally turning round seconds later and that being is gone.
So I had a story like from someone at a Mind Body Spirit event that we did. And she said that she went to like this court case, and I can't even remember what it was about, but like there was this man there, and all the time, and it was like some serious thing that was going on with her and her kids or something. It was like proper anyway. It was like it was grim, whatever it was. So, and she'd asked for angelic assistance and angelic support, and there was this man there, and the whole time she was drawn to him. She was like, "Who is that guy?" And she couldn't stop staring at his eyes. And afterwards, he came up to her and he like went like that on her shoulder, like did it, and because it came out in her favour, and she was like really upset, and she said something like, he said something to her that was like, you got the outcome you wanted, didn't you? And she went, yeah. And she said his eyes were just amazing, and she turned around, and when she looked back again, he'd gone. And he was there, he was like literally sat there the whole time. He was like a real man, and he like put her on, and he was gone.
This is it. This is the thing with angels, is they can appear solid, and spirit can as well. But angels will appear as solid. And they, you know, I don't know if it's in one, I've read it somewhere, angels walk among us. And that is literally what's happening. Angels do walk among us. We don't always see them as we perceive them to be. Yeah. As white beings with wings, but angels truly do walk amongst us. Other things that I've noticed over the years is I've been woken up in the night, well, one morning, it was very early in the morning, one summer morning, and I was shaken awake. There's nobody in the bed with me. I was shaken awake. Clare, 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 very audible voice. And I sort of got up and thought, oh, somebody's in the room with me. And they said, look out the window. So I realised when I sat up, my whole room was bright orange. And I was 3 stories up in this particular house. It's one of those 3-storey houses. And I went to the window, opened the window, and the morning was just completely orange. And the whole room had turned orange. So they just wanted me to see that. They wanted me not to miss how beautiful it was. Oh, my laptop's gone. And another time, and again this was an audible thing, was I woke up with singing, and they were very clearly singing. It's going to sound bizarre this, but the words were, wake up, it's time to play. And they were like children voices, very audible. Children, wake up, it's time to play. That's exactly what it was like. So I'm wide awake, you know. But other ways they've woken me up is not just woken me up, but been in the, I know they've been in the same room, is the sound of tinkling bells. And I've looked round and thought, I just heard a bell tinkle. There's nothing in the room. But I definitely heard the bell tinkle. That's not uncommon. That's, you know, and sometimes a humming in your ears, which can get louder as well. Really loud.
So this is where, you know, to come back to what we were talking about in the beginning, how the angels speak to us through sound. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly go through some of these comments. So we've got, yeah, Deborah, I've seen a pale blue light a few times. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I always get the blue light. So, you know, Archangel Michael, for me, it's also a sign that my galactic family are there as well. The Arcturians or Pleiadians, I feel like the galactics often present themselves with this blue light, so you'll have to feel into that. You can even ask, what does the blue light mean for me? And you'll start to receive confirmations and synchronicities as to what it means. Okay. Is a robin one? Right, so Suzanne, I was out yesterday at Ambleside at the Lake District, and me and my friend, we were sort of walking around it, and there was, honest to God, there was 3 robins. So 3 for me is an angel number. So I've been told several times, and I feel it as well, that, you know, spirit, they do come to us through the robins. And in particular, what happens with me is the robins come and they sit and they look at me and they will not move, right? And yesterday there was 3 of them, and they all kept like following me, and they was like literally sat there, and it's like they were looking at me and they wouldn't go away. And I was like this far away where my phone is, and it was like right staring at me, and it was sat there for absolutely ages. And I know robins may do this anyway, but still it's a wild animal, isn't it? And as I move, it's sort of like hopping along. So yeah, I mean, they do. I feel for me that's more of a spirit connection. What do you feel?
I think it's both, because again, they set up 3 for you, so it's both. It's like saying, because angels will bring spirit, they bring spirit as well. They will enable spirit to do this. So I feel because of the number 3, it's been set up probably by your own guardian angel for the robins to come.
I love the robins though. Like they really do. They will like make sure that I absolutely see them. And it's like a lot of the time they come through at a time when I like need reassurance. And obviously we give that reassurance to ourselves, but we can also ask for reassurance from the spirit realm as well. It's fine to do that.
Ask for them.
So they do come through, and like even in times when you wouldn't think they would be there, like in summer and stuff like that, I've been like, how is a robin even here? Do you know what I mean? Because obviously they're associated with winter, aren't they, and things like that. But in the most like randomest of places, like you know, that has happened. So hi Megan, hello. Deb. Sometimes I wake up with a random song in my head. I always check lyrics. Now this is a major one, and this is one that I wanted to say about, right? So especially when it's not a song that you would think to sing, or that isn't like it's not even charts now. What do you even call it now? Like I'm showing my age now, aren't I? Like stop it, it's not even charts anymore. Is there even charts? Is that a thing? Someone answer. Like I honestly don't know. Like right. So I don't even know like one that's like out there, because I don't listen to the radio or whatever. So like, you know, and it's a random song, and then you listen to it and it'll be the exact answer to a question that you have right now. And a lot of the time they do it to like give you support and like reassurance and tell you that you're on the right path. And you'll listen to the lyrics and you'll be like, oh my God, that was exactly what I needed to hear right now. So yeah, that is absolutely a thing. And I love that, because the angels are very connected to music and sound and frequency, right? So if you do find yourself, you've got an obsession with music, I know a lot of people do, but it's like it's next level. It's like you really feel it. It's like kind of a transcendental kind of experience. And it always has been for me, because like, you know, I'm a dancer and stuff, but like music, I just get lost in it, right? And that's like why I've ended up doing light language and activating people into that, because I know the power of music. And the reason why is because it opens you up to the flow. It raises your vibration, it raises your frequency. They lower theirs, so you're able to meet in the middle. And obviously I'm saying it obvious, it's not obvious, but there's different frequencies that connect with different ones. So the angels, the galactics, the fairies, the dolphins, the dragons, the galactics, there's all different frequencies that you may find yourself resonating with. But what's happening more and more and more now is that people are having this realization, awareness of how sound obviously raises your frequency, like I've just said, and then that is able to connect you into these different aspects and able to receive more messages from your angels. So what I'm going to ask you to do now, if you've not already got one, is get a pen and a piece of paper. And what I'm going to do in a minute is I'm going to channel some light codes, right? And I'm not going to speak in English, I'm just going to speak light codes, angelic frequency. And what I want you to do after I've done it is I just want you to write down, this is how you start to understand light codes, right? I'm going to ask you to just write down any feelings, thoughts, or you may get like a full message, and it will be what I have just said, because what it's doing is it's activating something within you that then means you're open and available to receive. So if you've not already got a pen and a piece of paper, please do that now. Let me just see what else we've got here. Suzanne, love this story. Yeah, it's so good. Beautiful sharing about the angels. They're so loving and want to connect with us. It took me years to understand this and how accessible they are. Yeah, because people place it as like this big whole thing that's like outside of yourself, right? And it's not. They're very, very connected to us, right? But again, it's where your focus lies, because it's a focus-based universe. If you want to call in more of your angels, then start to intentionally focus your energy on the angels. So by saying, right, I want to connect with the angels more. I'm very simple in the way that I explain information, I think. And I think a lot of people just want it to be this whole big complex thing. And it's not complicated. No. It's literally like that. I want to connect more with the angels. Okay, good. And then angels, please start to present yourself to me. Okay, good. That's what happens. It's like not this whole thing where we have to like go on this mad spiritual development journey for like years and years and years in order to be able to receive their messages. There is right, so basically the angels and God or source can only give you what you're available to receive in your energy. So in your energy, if you're like, it has to be hard, then it has to be hard. If in your energy it's like it's easy to connect with the angels, then it's easy, right? So you just start saying to yourself that it's easy for me to connect with my angels. I love how my angels connect with me all the time. It's easy for me to receive and be activated into light language. It's easy for me to speak light language. It's easy for me to understand what light language is saying, right? All of these things, all of these spiritual things are not hard things. It's all really easy. Right, let me just read the rest of it. Me and my son met an earth angel. She came to me in the dentist to appease my fear. I love that. She disappeared in front of our eyes. That's amazing because, yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah, I love that. Robin sat at the window while my mum was passing. It sat there the whole while until she transitioned fully. I mean, wow.
So
literally, wow.
Yeah, that's going to be somebody close to your mum in spirit already.
Yeah. Yes, that's happened to me with lyrics and songs. Yeah, again, you can ask a question. Angels, please, please help me to know, give me guidance on this answer. And all the time, like they will like say to you something along the lines of, well, what do you actually want? And they'll be like, because that's what the thing is, right? And because it's like the angels don't live our lives for us. And this is another thing that a lot of people do. It's like the angels and guides do not live our lives for us. They will help us to live, our highest potential and purpose in this lifetime. They will help us to make choices that are in our most aligned good. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What was coming to my mind then was the word meditation. But people have this belief that to meditate they have to light a candle, find a darkened room, find half an hour and go into this deep trance. That's not so. It's not so. Meditation is beautiful, and if you can do that, that's amazing. But actually, any piece of music that you enjoy, I've done this with Pink Floyd. I've literally, because once we start to listen to the layers of music, each layer, as Amy said, connects to a different vibration. So years ago, maybe you weren't listening to the layers, you just heard a whole song. I thought that was nice to hear the whole song. But there's a knack now to when we really listen to music, we really pick out the individual noises that the instruments make. Some low, some high. Your vibrations are fluctuated. So in actual fact, to meditate, you can put on your favourite song. You don't even have to sit there and close your eyes. You can dance. There's nothing better than closing your eyes, but you might fall over something. But really getting into music and dancing. Because once you get into that trance state, and it's very easily, if you're a child of the 60s, you will know what it's like, and 70s, where you go into this fabulous trance, whether it was to rock music or whatever. We can all do it. Everybody, most people love to listen to music. But to get up and dance as well and really feel, because it's not just about hearing the music, as Amy said.
Well, the light codes are
it's
free
feeling
movement as well. So it's like that's what like you're doing. You're in that state of flow. So one of the ways that the angels communicate with us and spirit, okay, is through being in a state of flow. Okay, so what I'm gonna do then is I'm going to speak some light codes now, okay, and at the end of this, what I want you to do, like I say, is just to write down anything that you picked up, knowing that there's no right or wrong with this. It's literally what you got from this is what you meant to receive. And if you're watching this later on, or you're watching this on YouTube, please just write down below, what it was that you actually got and what it was that you actually received. Okay, so I'm just going to invite you just to close your eyes and just be present. I've got like a bit of an itch in my eyeball now.
I wish the way.
And just going to take some breaths here. I'm just going to invite the angels in. Just feeling this beautiful white and rainbow light energy just surrounding you. Just feeling it fully surrounding your light body. And just knowing that you are easily able to invite the angels in, that it doesn't have to be hard or difficult to hear their messages. You can hear their messages in any given moment. You can hear, feel and sense what they have to say. You can ask for them to speak to you in various different ways, through song, through maybe when you're in more like of a trance, like dance state, or when you're out and about, maybe you'll overhear a conversation, or maybe you will hear it in another way. But I'm just going to speak some light codes now. So just allowing your heart space to open, to just feeling this expansion of this space. So just imagining maybe it's like this rose and it's just unfolding petal by petal now. And this is how we're able to receive light codes, light information, sound, okay? And just knowing that now you're in a state of receiving, just imagining your heart space, feeling this center going outwards and outwards and outwards. And now I'm just going to send in some light codes, some angelic frequency. And after this, I want you to be really present with the sound of this and not try to overthink what it might be saying. We're going to leave that till afterwards. And you're just going to let the feeling do what it needs to do. We're going to let it shift out any timelines that you need to let go of, timelines being different situations that you might be holding on to, whether in relationships, work, clients, or different things that maybe have happened. And instead we're going to send these light codes in, and we're just going to allow them to do what it is that they need to do, whether that be clearing, upgrading, healing, manifestation, activation, whatever it is. I'm just going to allow them in now. We're just going to ask the angels to send these in. Sana hrakutaisha ia teneyahe eahe ku aisha en. Ukeneya hetiae yetu karatse ian. Niela harakana hako sosusha etima mutusha rakiki kikuwasa hetiae. Iala peranima. Mahatu marakie sahashuku antie ima iae. Yanea ia enae. Kutera kiese iaku kulera hea niarai niarana ukushuai sikimana iwa kirai kiela hrakut sushu ia sumartira uku kut ia yanahi ia. Sa irakua ianahi mai maharako shu sati shukira inna sha iae. And just breathing in all of this light, all of this activation frequency, knowing that you have received some angelic light codes today. And then just in your own time, and just now opening your eyes, maybe noticing the expansion of your heart. And what I'm going to invite you to do is to pick up your pen and your paper, and I just want you to write the very first thing that comes to mind. And maybe it'll be like a little message, or maybe it'll be like one word, or maybe it'll be like a feeling, or maybe it'll be like a sensation that you had in your body. And I want you to write that. And I'm going to give you a minute just to write it. And then I want you to just write what you got in the comments. Okay, so whether you do this now or whether you do this later, that is how you start to understand light codes. Okay, so I want you to just do that now. And then in a minute, we'll see what people are saying.
Shall I share what I saw?
Yeah, you share what you
saw.
Well, give people a minute, actually. So we're just going to be silent for a minute because I don't want you to influence what people have written.
She's a hard teacher. Yes, miss.
I'm just going to give it another 30 seconds and then we'll start to see what people have said. Okay, so Mum, what did you get first of all? What were you feeling, or what did you sense?
Well, first of all, it's not unusual, but I start to see like shapes. There's like lights, but they're coloured, you know, lights when you're speaking. And then I had a real sensation of water, like the sea and waves. So whether that's just going, sort of flowing. But then the message I received was, everything is okay. There is no need to worry. Because I'm a terrible worrier. There is no need to worry. We angels are with you every step of the way. And it just seemed to go on like that. And they were repeating the words, all is as it should be. All is as it should be. Over and over and over.
Yeah.
So even though the sounds were different that you were saying, it seemed for me, it felt like the same message was being repeated.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm hearing the messages, but seeing this movement as well of light, and then the sea. I just kept seeing the sea and all that. I was like, that's strange.
Love that. Yeah, because it is like that. It kind of feels like
the flow.
It is like a sea, right? The energy it can feel like it's like a sea, the flow of energy, definitely. Like when you think about sound waves as well, just think about what they do. They kind of go like that, don't they? Okay. So I'm going to go through some of your answers. So Jeanette, calm and still. Yeah, so it's like with the light codes, especially with the angelic light codes, I find that they bring a lot of peace, a lot of calmness, a lot of stillness. I think it's definitely like a message from me, because like what you said there, because I'm actually intentionally focusing now on bringing more calm, still, peaceful energies into my life. So, definitely. So thank you for your reply. Love that. If anyone else has got anything as well, please let me know later. So Selena, beautiful light language. I felt an angel hovering over my crown chakra.
Oh, wow.
Sending
lovely.
white crystalline light into my body. I love this. I also receive an understanding of how angel wings are also expressing codes, and their wing movements is moving energy in and out of our bodies. Yes. So I love that description. So when I was speaking it then, I was actually seeing an angel, and it was like, it was like here, and its wings were moving up and down, and there was a lot of light sort of coming from its wings. So that is an absolutely amazing description. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. That's absolutely beautiful. Yeah, and when we can like ask the angels to wrap their wings around us as well, and to like create that sort of like cocoon of energy. When times when you feel like your inner child really needs some help and support, and we really need to give that love, and you really need to feel like that self-care, you can like really ask the angels to help you with that and send some love codes in that way. Really love that description, Selena. Spot on. Thank you. Okay, you have to understand everything happens for a reason. This is Deb. You are a growing student. Become a tutor. Clearance. Use your voice. Safe. Beautiful. Yes. I felt a cool breeze flowing in through my throat chakra. Nice. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, so the message that you've got, that you are a growing student. And I know you've been working with the codes for a little while now, so maybe it's time to start doing more with them, like if just keep saying what they're saying. So beautiful, amazing. If anyone else wants to add anything to that as well, but yeah, the light codes are a super powerful way of us connecting with the angels, because it's a very angelic frequency. It can be an angelic frequency if you feel connected with them. Okay, like I said, there's lots of different frequencies. I primarily work with the angels, though, as you can imagine, because that's what my energy wants to do. So they are high dimensional light beings, okay, that come to assist us and support us in so many different ways. So if you do want to know more, I do have a Light Language Academy, which I will just put in the comments again. So it's both for beginner and advanced channelers, and there's, you know, there's lots of, no, I'm gone, go away. I'm typing the wrong thing. If you've got any questions about that, please do reach out to me. But I'll put it in the comments. Have you got anything else you want to say, Mum?
Just, I was amazed that we all sort of felt this different flow in so many different ways.
Yeah.
So the aim that we had for, well, we didn't have a name, but
we didn't know what we were going to do.
We didn't know what we were going to talk about, but it seems to be that it's how they communicate again, that we've all experienced this movement, this waves, and this energy that vibrates. So we can get that again through listening to music, and we can open ourselves up a little bit more just by understanding. Because, I mean, angels have been communicating with you since the day you were born, each and every one of us.
Yeah.
It's just that maybe some of us only now are starting to listen and to understand. But it's not that they've suddenly appeared. They're there for each and every one of us every single day. And I always tell people to, because part of my mission, if you like, that they've given me is for people to connect with their own guardian angels, because, you know, it's lovely to focus on the archangels and know that they can be used for different parts of our life, but the most important angel in your life is your guardian angel.
Yeah, they are amazing. Like, such amazing beings to work with, such amazing energy to call into your life. Yeah, so Deb's put, the academy is wonderful. Yay, I'm so grateful to have you there. And she's put, I'm feeling that universal glow. I love that feeling. Yeah, because it really does open your heart, like light language and working with the angels anyway. It's very heart-opening experience, I find, you know, and that's what we're calling in more of.
And going back to what we said before is, you know, angels are there to heal. So if anybody would like to learn how to do Angelic Reiki, there is our course coming up weekend after next. So you will learn not just about how to heal and to become a practitioner, but you will learn a lot about the angels as well.
Yeah, it is really quite in depth, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's fun. It's a beautiful weekend. Like I say, that one is only in person though, and again, I'll put the link to that there. Right, okay, if you've got any questions, you know, that you want us to talk about next week with the angels, you know, you really like to talk more about this or talk more about that, like you've got anything that you really want to know, just let us know, and you know, we'll create a video on it. So whether you're watching later on YouTube or, you know, whether you're watching on Facebook, just let us know and we will create some content on that for you. So we are here every Tuesday at 5 p.m. UK time, just talking about the angels and activating, every time you listen to it, activating your frequency into working more with the angels and to calling in more of the angelic energy into your life. Okay, so sending you lots of love. Thank you for being here.
Hope we had some fun, because we always do, don't we, Amy?
Yeah, have a beautiful, beautiful week then, and we'll see you soon. Okay,
bye.